I'm gonna call my roommate
Francesca.
Jade, because that was her fucking name. She's gonna find this video. She's going to. Hey everybody, it's Jessica from Kjmb, and today I'm here with a story time. So I'm gonna get into it, you know? It was just like, it was a lot that went on that I was not okay with, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna call my roommate
Francesca.
Jade, because that was her fucking name. She's gonna find this video. So, okay, this is my freshman year of college, and it was my first semester, and, you know, I was really a shelter kid, so I didn't really do much. I never really went out. I never really hung out with people my age, you know. I was always with my mom. So when college came around, I was, like, new experiences and new things were going on, and I was really excited to, like, take part in that, because I had never had the freedom before. So she kind of, like, just invited me, or I don't know really how it got around to me going, but I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. So I go, we're getting ready and we're packing and stuff. She's like, bring a costume because it's gonna be dressed up. So I bring my Halloween costume and I'm getting ready and we're on our way. So, you know, the car ride from her house to the school, or from the school to her house, was like an hour, 2 hours, depending on who's driving. So we're in the car, you know, it was a long ride, so I kind of just like fell asleep. We'll get to our house when we get there. I woke up to people asking me, do I know Molly? People asking me, do I know Molly? And I wake up and I'm like, Molly who? Like, no. I'm like, you woke me up to ask me this. And he was like, she had other friends in the car. She had a couple guy friends. I think 2 guy friends, and it was just me and her in the back. Or somebody else. I'm not really sure. I just know they all came with us. And she was like, there was like, do you know anybody who sells Molly? And I was like, at this point,
at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I knew I should have stayed my ass at home. Everything in me was just mad. I wanted to go home. I was thinking, I was like, how far is it to walk? Google said 45 minutes. I was not expecting this. And so we're in the car and we're driving to Sacramento, and after they say that, they're like trying to figure out who sells it for cheaper, who's going to do this, who's going to do that, who's going to pick it up. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are really doing this right now. Like, you guys are really doing this. Like, I thought we were going to have a civil party and just celebrate and be, you know, cool. Nah, y'all want to do drugs and stuff. Didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't do anything. So I was like, this is a lot right now. I'm scared. So we go to her house, we drop stuff off, and beforehand I had told my grandmother, like, oh yeah, like, we'll be fine, her parents are gonna be there. Her parents come to the door and like, oh, we're leaving, we're going on a trip somewhere, and I think it was to Vegas. They're like, oh, we're going on a trip to Vegas, and I was like, yo. So ain't no parents gonna be around. So her parents just up and pieced the fuck out, and I'm still in the house, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? So then after that, she gets up, we go to the store. And she starts buying binkies and gum. And I was like, why are you buying binkies? Like, ain't no babies around. She was like, oh, when I do Molly, I grind my teeth. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I grind my teeth and it's really bad. And I was like, okay. And she was like, oh, and I have a heart condition. I'm like, are you sure you're gonna be okay? And she was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I was like, okay, because, you know, you can't tell nobody what not to do. And I'm stuck with her, so I gotta be around her until she's done doing whatever she's doing. So we're driving. We could drive back to the house. We get ready for the party. I have my Halloween costume on or whatever, and we show up to the party. Nobody's dressed up, just us. Okay. And I'm like, all right, I guess it's cool. I don't know these people anyway. And so we're chilling and stuff, and her best friend comes around, and they all have the Molly, and they're like, all right, we're gonna take it 1, 2, 3. And from this point on, the whole story just goes downhill completely. So she starts tripping out on the couch. Like, her eyes are rolling back. She's chewing the binky on sideways. It's like rubbing against her skin, making her bleed. She was tripping, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to get her water. I'm trying to help her out. I didn't know what to do because I had never seen anybody do anything like that. I didn't know how to handle the situation. I didn't know if it was normal or not. I was freaking out. I was like, yo, what's going on? And so I'm trying to get her water. I'm trying to help her. Her friends are over here recording her. And I was like, that's not okay. Like, stop. You guys need to stop recording her. And they're like, no, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. I was like, you guys are not real friends. But okay, y'all do you. I guess they have a relationship like that. I don't know. So then, you know, some time goes by and I'm just tripping. Like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going on with her. And then later on, she's like, I have to pee.
Nope.
I was like,
Yep.
no, you don't. She was
Nope.
like, I have to pee. I was
Yep.
like, mind you, this is her friend's house. I don't know the dynamic of her friend's house. I don't know how to get to the bathroom. So we find out the bathroom that we were supposed to use was upstairs. So she goes upstairs and she's peeing or whatever. And she's so like everywhere with it. She can't even keep herself up at this point. I had to help this girl. It needs to take a moment. Because like I know we were roommates and I know we was like right next to each other in bed space, but I didn't want to be this close to this girl. Like, I don't want to know the anatomy of your body like that. That is nasty. That is not okay. I had to help this girl wipe herself. Like, tissue wipe herself. Like, no. I was all up in places I did not want to be. But because I was trying to help her out and I didn't want her to, you know, smell like urine or just be dirty or whatever, I helped her and I helped her wipe herself, and I was like, all right. So from this point I was like, I'm done, I'm over it, we need to go. So I don't know what happened, but the party ended in a fight. I don't know what just happened, but it was like a lot of anger in the house and cussing and stuff, and I was just trying to, you know, find my way out. I didn't know where I was, and I was technically at this point really by myself mentally, so I didn't know what to expect. And so we're looking for a purse, searching everywhere, can't find this purse. People are leaving, and I'm like, people are leaving and this purse is not being found, so somebody has it. And I was like trying to ask people, did you see this purse? Did you see this purse? Did you see this purse? Nobody knew where this purse was, and I was like, yo, this purse had her phone, her car keys, and her house keys. I didn't tell y'all, this girl drove. This girl drove knowing she was about to do drugs. Like, no. I'm kind of grateful that we didn't find the keys now that I think about it. But we're like looking for her keys. We can't find her purse. We can't find anything, you know. And so, her best friend had to call her father to pick us up from the party, and her father, I guess, was asleep. I don't know what he was doing, but they were like apologizing to him, like, oh, I'm sorry, we had to pick you up, we had to wake you up, you know, to come get us. And I was like, her dad was talking to them and whatever, and I just got really irritated. And in the midst of the conversation, there was I don't know what they were talking about, but I was like, yeah, because these dumb girls decided to do Molly, and them two were like, wow. I was like, I don't care. I'm ready to go. Like, I thought he knew you guys did this because y'all act like y'all act like this is a regular thing or something. And I was like, this is not okay. I did not want to be. I did not sign up for. No, I was totally misled. Oh, we get to her dad's house and we're like chilling for a second. We all change our clothes because I still have this like Halloween outfit on and I didn't want to be wearing that, so I had some sweats on and stuff. And we're chilling and we're trying to figure out how we're gonna get back to her house, because she lost her keys and her car keys and her phone and her purse. Okay, so we're trying to figure out how we're gonna get back into the house. She remembers that her grandmother has a spare key at the house. We drive way out the way, which was too far. I don't know how far it was, but I just feel like everything was really far because I didn't know where I was. And we drove to go get her key from her grandparents' house, and then we drove back to the house and we unlocked the house and everything, whatever. We get in, we go to sleep. You know, they're still tripping off Molly, so they can't even sleep. They're up all night. I'm asleep. I was done. I was over it. We woke up the next day early as hell and had to track her phone through my phone so that we could find out where her purse was, because her phone was in her purse. Her phone showed up to be an hour and some minutes away from where we were. So we had to drive all the way out there, call the police, and have the police detect where her phone and purse was. They were like, at first they were like, no, we can't get it because we have no proof that it's actually there besides those tracking devices, and they don't really trust those, I guess. I don't know. But we eventually ended up getting the purse back. The girl that had the purse was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just found it and I just kept it. Like, who finds a purse and just keeps it? Like, nobody does that, you know? They look for the owner of the purse. But anyway, the whole school year goes smooth. We're fine, we're cool, whatever. You know, I didn't really hold it against her. I was like, whatever, like, that's you do stuff like that, I'm cool. I just, you know, knew to stand back and not really agree to everything that she wanted to do. You know, just kind of stay back. And she eventually left the school. She left first semester. She didn't come back. I think she didn't drop out. She went to another school, but you know, she transferred and all that. And then recently, I think I was looking her up just to see, you know, I haven't seen her in a long time. This girl blocked me from everything. Like, on every social media, she blocked me. Like, I didn't wipe her ass. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. So don't go everywhere with your roommate. Everywhere is not the place for you to be at. And that's my story time about my crazy ass roommate who does drugs. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Flipped upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'm gonna tell you how a roommate who was psycho as hell.
I pulled up in Sacramento.
I pulled up to my room about 3 or 4, unpacked my bags, and she had crack at the door.
No, honestly.